Some mayors in major cities across the country say regular direct payments must become a new normal in the United States. The group Mayors for a Guaranteed Income is pushing for cities to establish their own such programs. One of the mayors leading that charge is Newark, New Jersey Democrat Ras J. Baraka. The 51-year-old presented the idea back in March 2019 as a way to help the city's most needy citizens. After pandemic-related delays, the city is ready to begin the Newark Movement for Economic Equity. 400 city residents will take part in the two-year program. A majority have household incomes at 200% below the poverty level. The recipients will receive $12,000 over the course of the pilot program. Half of those individuals will get the money in $500 monthly payments. The others will receive 4 lump sums of $3,000 paid semi-annually. Organizers hope to prove an economic boost. This will prove an economic boost to the people of Newark. Census data from the last 5 years shows Newark households make less than half the New Jersey statewide average income. Mayor Baraka joins me now from Newark, New Jersey. Mayor Baraka, welcome. Great to have you with us. Tell us why you believe guaranteed basic income is a necessary measure for cities to implement.
Well, I think the data has proven this out for some time. It's already been proven that families that have a emergency of about $400 to $500, that it would be catastrophic for their income, for their resources in their household in a month. And these are people all over the country. So it's important that people have access to money that is unfettered, without all kinds of restrictions that allow them to spend it the way they can. And the stimulus checks that people are getting is proof of that. It's evidence that this is what needs to happen.
So we mentioned there are 2 different ways people will receive these payments. Some will get monthly checks. Others will get those larger semi-annual checks. Why is that? Are you sort of experimenting to see what is more beneficial to folks?
Absolutely. We are measuring this over the 2-year period. We are going to get real data and join with the rest of the mayors across the country who are doing similar projects and begin to push for a national model in terms of what's best for cities and what's best for people in terms of how they should get their money and what they will be spending it on.
And Mayor, how will you fund this program? I understand there was some private funding initially, but that's not really sustainable, correct?
Right. I mean, we are getting private dollars, philanthropic dollars, individual donors. That is happening. It has happened. We are going to use some of this money we're getting from the federal government, obviously, of course, and we're going to continue to get private dollars. It'll help us over this 2-year period. It's only a 2-year pilot. Prayerfully, after that or during that period of time, we will have convinced the federal government that this is something that should happen in perpetuity, joining with mayors all over the country.
And, speaking of mayors all over the country, former Stockton, California Mayor Michael Tubbs was the first to really put these guaranteed basic income plans into action 2 years ago. He gave 125 randomly selected residents living below the poverty line $500 monthly payouts over 24 months. And in March of this year, we finally saw the results of that experiment. And the Stockton Economic Empowerment Demonstration says that the Guaranteed Income Program yielded higher rates of full-time employment and showed positive impacts on the mental health of recipients. So at least there, it seems the program is a success. Do you believe those results will be replicated in Newark?
Absolutely. We anticipate the same thing. Just talking to people, the first 40 folks that are getting the money immediately, folks are going to spend the money to improve their educational outcomes, to take classes. People are going to use this money to spend more time with their family in their homes, to be able to buy food and pay for electricity and all kinds of bills that are in their household. So I think it'll improve outcomes exponentially for residents of the city.
And right now, how are you choosing who gets these funds as part of this sort of experimental phase? And moving forward, is the goal eventually to make it universal, or do you you continue to expect that will be direct payments targeted at particular citizens who need it the most?
Right. So it is also random, as was done in Stockton, and Mayor Tubbs, just shout out to him. He did an awesome job in organizing all of us. So these are random payments that we are picking, giving the folks criteria of what we need in order for them to pick people correctly throughout the city. And we suspect that it's always going to be targeted, right? We believe that the money should be directly targeted to folks who need it the most. And so it's guaranteed income to those, who need this money right now, and not everyone.
Right. So, Mayor, as we know, the COVID-19 pandemic has certainly shed a stronger light on the disparities that were already there in healthcare and the economy. What are you doing as mayor to make it easier for residents to get a coronavirus vaccine?
Well, we are going to the community itself. We're getting rid of the registration. We're doing pop-up sites in neighborhoods, right where people's housing is. We're doing it in parking lots and housing developments and parks, wherever we can get it done at, in churches. We're coming right to the community. In fact, we're going door to door to those folks who are homebound. We're going to their house and giving them the vaccine in their home. So we're getting very creative about how we deliver this vaccine to people in our community, because we believe right now that the problem is access.
Well, Newark, New Jersey Mayor Ras J. Baraka, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.